where work, life, and a little chaos collide.
This is Girls in Property Management.
Well, I just forgot to do everything I was going to do before. That seems like...
What were you going to do?
Put my gum in my mouth.
Oh. I need to schedule a dentist appointment, like for real. Me too. But I keep like running into the issue of like which dentists take our insurance. But also I say that Karen also gave me like hers and we have the same insurance. So obviously he takes it. And I still haven't made an appointment. So I really need to do that.
Me too. I need that as well.
Because I actually like, I feel like it's like weird, but I actually like don't hate the dentist.
I hate the dentist.
I mean, I always have like the anxiety of like a cavity, but I actually like, I love a good like, you know what cleaning? I think it is I think that, did you ever have braces? Mm-hmm. So I had braces for 4 years. And like, we had to go to the dentist every 3 months with braces. And they did like the sandblaster. Did you ever have that? It was horrible because like since they couldn't just like regularly like clean your teeth, like polish it, it was literally this thing called the sandblaster. So they would like blast that all over your mouth to like get in the nooks and crannies, I guess, of like the brackets. But it was all grainy. It hurt.
I guess
like
maybe I did. I don't know.
Well, it was like painful because I feel like all of that then with like your gums and everything.
Yeah.
Like it was like my mouth was sensitive. And then, you know, like you just have all this like grainy shit in your mouth. And then flossing was like the worst because they have to go in between each fucking tooth. So I think because I like hated the dentist so much when I had my braces that when I got them off,
it was like so much better now.
Yeah, it was like such a pleasant experience to just like get them polished. Oh my gosh. Speaking of, have I ever told you the story about when Chris and I got our wisdom teeth out?
Mm-mm.
Have you had yours out?
No, they said I don't need to.
Oh, you're one of the lucky ones. So basically, because, okay, I literally went to the orthodontist for the first time. And like my mom already said before we went, she was like, you're going to be easy and like Nikki's going to be hard because my teeth weren't that crooked. Like they really weren't. But my sisters were. So like she was like, you're going to be like the golden child and like Nikki's going to be like not. And I'm like, clearly. So they anticipate I'm going to have them on for like a little more than a year. Mm-hmm. And whatever. I'm like, great. That's amazing. And I got mine on like later. I got mine on like 8th grade.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. See, I think I had mine like 5th through 7th. 5th through something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't get mine on till 8th grade. But then the whole like thing was that at one point, they realized I don't like one of my teeth is like a baby teeth still. Like, so I have all adult teeth, but I have one baby tooth, one baby tooth, singular. So, actually I had 2 baby teeth.
Yeah.
But I only had 1 adult tooth waiting to come in. So what they had to do was they had to pull those 2 teeth, which literally the 2 right next to my big tooth. And I'm in 8th grade. Well, at this point, I'm in high school. Like at this point, we've fast forwarded and I'm a fucking freshman. So I'm going to have 2 teeth and then they have to go in and like attach a chain to the baby tooth that was up here and pull it down because it was like crooked and like stuck. And then once they do that, then they put the like temporary tooth of this missing one on my like bracket. So I literally remember being like, this is like, you might as well like tar and feather me in the streets because I cannot be a freshman with not even like a singular tooth gap, but like a giant tooth gap. Like seriously, tragic, traumatizing, like all the things. Also, it hurt so bad for them to yank that other tooth down. Anyway, I remember telling my mom, like, no, like, I want to wait, whatever. But I was going to transfer schools like the next year. So she was like, well, you're going to transfer schools. You might as well do it now when you're not going to see these people again. Get it out the way. So I did, whatever. Well, then, like, they got that tooth down. They put in the fake tooth. I went through the rest of high school looking like I just had braces and you know, the whole thing. So then I finally am getting my braces off, but they can't do the implant of the tooth that's missing because, of course, as a female, male, younger, but as a female, like okay, I'm not a fucking DDS, so don't actually quote me on that. But like our mouths aren't done like fully growing until at least 21. Right. So if they put in a tooth and then my teeth kept growing, I'd have like a little fucking baby tooth and then like the rest are bigger, you know. So then I have to like freaking like raw dog this stupid like temporary tooth that basically had like wings on either side and like was plastered on either side. This motherfucker caused me so much drama because it would crack and fall out at the worst times. Like, I'm telling you, the worst times. My dentist, like, he came in on the 4th of July. He came, like, seriously. And then one time, literally, my mom and I were on our way to Denver to go to the airport for my senior dance nationals. To this day, I cannot eat the double smoked bacon sandwich at Starbucks because that sandwich was brand new. And I took a bite and that bitch fell right out. I had to go to an emergency dentist that like they put the tooth in so bad, but I also was just like, listen, you need to cement this thing in my mouth. Like, I literally don't care how it looks. It can't go anywhere. Because those little temporary teeth, like, it didn't cause me problems for the first couple of years, but they're not supposed to last that long.
Right.
And it's like I got my braces off at 17 because I made him take them off before my senior pictures. So I was still 17. And then that's 4 years until 21. So the first 2-3 years was like great. But the last like year, it's like falling out every other fucking, I'm like, I literally look like I should be a cast member on Duck Dynasty. Like, it was horrible. So then finally I turned 21. We get the implant, you know, and now beautiful smile. However, at that point, it's like I'm about to like graduate college. Like, my wisdom teeth, like, I knew I was going to have them out, but they haven't really like caused me, you know, they were waiting. They were like waiting for their moment to become the star. So then when my wisdom teeth start to become, and of course, then I marry someone who never had braces, never like, oh, fuck her. But I remember I was like working and like this had happened like one other time, but I was like working and like my mouth like literally like swelled up, like, because my wisdom teeth were coming in. And so they were like I think it got infected. Like, I had to get, anyway. So then, like, I was like, I need to get my wisdom teeth out. But at that point, I'm like, I would have always wished, like, I know I had friends who got him out in, like, high school over, like, a spring break or something where they could get him out and, like, recoup for the week and then be back to school. Because I had this whole other freaking ordeal, like, the wisdom teeth didn't even...
Right.
They weren't even a thing. So then when my like wisdom teeth started to like become infected, then when Chris and I went to our dentist at Arizona in this time, and he's like, yeah, you need to get them out. And then they also told Chris he needed to get his out. So we literally scheduled him, like, me to get mine out like this day, and then him to get his out this day, because we both only could take so many days off work, and we both didn't have, like, we had to drive each other there. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't have anyone else in Arizona. So, and they were kind of like, well, you guys are going to have to figure this out because, like, whoever goes first, like, you can't be on, like, painkillers the next day, like, when the next person gets it done. And I was like, because, like, I can't drive, like, him, or he can't drive me if we're, like, on painkillers, like Vicodin or something. And I'm like, listen, I've had horrible experiences. Like whenever I've had to like take Vicodin or something like that, like my body just, they don't mesh. So I was like, just give me like the super extra strength Tylenol. I'm good to go. So I took off like the first days, and then I guess he did too, because he had to take me the first day. Anyway, that was when the very first season of You came out. So we like literally binged really? That. But I got mine done. Well, apparently this like happened to my dad too, but like also anesthesia apparently also does not really like work on me, because I was awake the whole time, and he said he gave me like as much anesthesia as he could give me. Like there was, and I like, yeah, so I was awake the whole time. Now I couldn't like feel pain, but I could feel pressure of them like breaking the teeth, because I had 2 that were impacted and then 2 that they just pulled. So then I get that done, whatever. And then because I was like telling Chris like that I wasn't, and this is kind of dumb because you don't have to like get put under for your wisdom teeth. Like you can just get numbed. But my sister had like a really bad experience with that, and like she like didn't, like the numbing didn't even happen. Yeah. So I was like, no, just put me out, like whatever. So then he was so nervous that he's gonna have the same thing of me, like where he's gonna like not be able to be
go to sleep.
Yeah, and that he's gonna like experience the whole thing. I like, dropped him off, and then like I think I just waited in the car, but then I went in to get him, or maybe I went home, I don't know. But I go to pick him up, and they have to like take you out in the wheelchair because you've like been on anesthesia, and he's like, I didn't feel anything. He's like so loopy. So I'm like, okay, great. So we get him in the car, and he's like, I want a milkshake. I'm like, it's a little soon. Like we can do it, but not right at this moment. First of all, like it's like 8 a.m. because we had like the earliest appointment, and I was like, we can't do it right now. And he's like, let's buy a new car. I'm like, so no. And he's like, red. I'm like, when? I've never heard you talk about a red car in your life. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, to the dealership. I'm like, to our house. Yeah. I get him in, but then like I like set him on the bed, like, and then I'm like, whatever. And I go back, and he's like just passed out like over like the corner of the bed. But he was like dead body weight. I couldn't move him. So I just left him. And he like leaked all over like the sheets and the mattress, because it's like your mouth is still like bloody. Like he had all the gauze in still, like all the, and I remember like for me, like I'm such a like textures person that like I kept the gauze in. Like once I could take him out time wise,
you took it out.
Yeah, because I'm like felt like I was gonna gag the whole time. Like I was gonna, no, he slept for like freaking hours like over the corner of the bed. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna settle on in. Yeah. Like I can have ice cream because it's been like a day for me. And I like turned on you. But then it was like I had such a smooth recovery. Yeah. And then he didn't get a dry socket because that's like apparently like super, super painful. Yeah. But he did get an infection. So then he had to take antibiotics. Anyway, it was a whole thing. That is
that's funny.
My mouth journey.
Honestly, I was excited to get my wisdom teeth out because I was like, this means no eating.
Right? I literally ate mashed potatoes and ice cream.
And they told me, you don't need to get yours out. I was like,
you're like, I'm sorry, are we sure?
You. And then I went to the doctor and I was like, I need to get my tonsils out. Because I actually have like abnormally, like I feel like really big like tonsils. Like, she's like, why? And I'm like, because sometimes when I'm sleeping, like I feel like I can't like breathe,
I feel like I'm like suffocated by my own tonsils.
Yeah. And I'm like also like I'm getting like build up really bad. Like, like those like stone things. Ew. Like, it's so gross. Like I got one. I'm like, absolutely not. Like cut them out. She's like, that's not a good enough reason. And I'm like,
you're like, is this for real? Elective?
Yeah. Because so no on the tonsils, no on the wisdom teeth.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I still also have my tonsils. Well, and then what's not funny, I guess, but like what's kind of like just whatever about it. Like once Chris got his wisdom teeth out, then his teeth moved because he didn't have. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. Like he acts like he'll be like, I had perfect teeth, I had a perfect smile, and now like this, and I'm like, they're still not even like crooked. But like I could see like him wanting to get like Invisalign or something to just like re-straighten them, but I'm like, they're not. Like it's not like they're worth that like bad. Yeah, but I mean I get it. Like when he's used to whatever and then they like shift, but so need to make a dentist appointment. Honestly, I've been loving this weather.
Me too.
I love the rain.
Me too, but then this morning I like realized I'm like, is it raining again or no?
I don't know. I couldn't tell because it's like it kind of looked like it, but then I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't think it is. But yeah, I was like, I left this morning, and I like didn't open any of my windows because I was like, getting back to the vibes. And it was pouring, so I had to come all the way back, get my car.
I keep waking up at like 3 a.m. I mean, it's not like every night, but I want to say it's like 2 or 3 nights out of the week over the last like, I don't know, but like
I can't relate. I've been like in a deep sleep.
It's horrible. And then it's like, I think because my body knows I'm either waking up to work out or wake up to teach. It's like I'm having a hard time like going back to sleep. But then by the time I like fall asleep, I only have like 45 minutes. And so then it's like I'm going back into, and I seriously contemplated today because I feel like I was like starting to get, no, my alarm went off and it was like 5 and I was like, okay, because I was just working out today. I wasn't teaching. Yeah. And so I was like, do I cancel my class? And because I'm like, right now I'm in my window where if I cancel a class, like I'll get like my one free, like, it's like I get a free cancellation every rolling 30 days. So it's like right now I'm like in the clear. And then once I like cancel, then I have to wait 30 days from then to like do it again without being charged. So I was like, do I do it? But I was also like never really did fall back into a deep sleep.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I feel like I kind of waste it. Because then I'm going to be pissed if I cancel it and I don't go back to sleep. And I could have just got up and worked out.
Right.
So I got my ass up. But I'm also just like, this can like not continue. Because then I'll be like, well, I'll just come, like, it's fine. I'll just, as soon as I get off work, like, I'll come home and like go to sleep. But then I'm like, no, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
Like, truly. Because I was like, had my meeting today. So I'm like, well, I'll get done even earlier. I'll just literally go like straight home. And then I was like, well, no, because we're filming. And then like I had to send like so many emails anyway when I got back that it just didn't matter.
Yeah. Today was honestly slow. So that's good.
That's good.
Me and Natalia were like, I love when me and Natalia are like both in the mood to like not do anything, but also I'm like, when I don't want to do anything, you need to want to do stuff. Right. So like when she doesn't want to do something, I'm like, oh, like now I have to do stuff. But well, that's how the day was. I'm trying to think. But it's like different because like tomorrow I have to go in, but I'm like, I can go in and like comfy clothes. Yeah. And I'm like more motivated to like fucking get up and go get a coffee, you know? Yes. I'm like,
yeah, it's honestly like weirdly like not a bad vibe when you have to go in on your day off like for something, especially honestly if it's earlier, because I feel like if it's like if it would have been like 3, then it's like all you're gonna do is think about
having to go in
until then, and then you're gonna go, and then it's almost like you're gonna feel like you were there all day even though you weren't. Whereas like if you just go in the morning, it's almost like it got you up in there, and now you have like the rest of your day to like.
Well, and then I have to go back though. I'm thinking about how am I gonna have to get out of that.
Oh, I know, because this was already like a reschedule.
I'm like, can y'all walk by yourself?
You're like, so anyway, here's the trail.
Yeah.
Follow the yellow brick road.
I was gonna say like, should I leave breadcrumbs?
Like, what?
I didn't order snacks for it.
Oh, we get Instacart. Just remind me in the morning.
Okay.
Because also the card should be reloaded anyway, either way.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, I feel like there was so many things also. Oh, Chris and I got DMV appointments for Thursday.
Oh wow, that's great. At what location?
Mm-hmm. Louisville?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Because the other one is like not till like the end of May.
Yeah.
But so I did that. So we'll be
when do you have to go?
I want to say that I scheduled it like around noon so that it's like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Because then I figured too, if we wanted like lunch or something after, I could just pick it up on my way back. I didn't want to like, honestly, because it's just going to be us, I didn't want to leave early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because also the appointments were like, or did I make it for the evening? Maybe I did make it for the evening. I need to check now. Because maybe I did make it for the evening. But if I did, it's like 4 and 4:20. It's not like,
yeah.
And honestly, because it's like financials and stuff, I still probably come back for like the last hour. So,
okay.
Yeah, but so we made those. But I was like, because I'm like really, I don't know, it's so weird because I feel like my whole life, like I'm very type A. I'm like severely like struggle with the tug and pull of ADHD and OCD. Been professionally diagnosed with both. But like at this moment in my life, I'm like having such a hard time like figuring out a good organization system. And I feel like I still get stuff done and like we still get stuff done and all of it, but I feel like I could be better if I like had an organization system. And I was telling Chris, you know what I really want to get? And I don't know if it would help at all. It could just be a bigger investment and like not do anything, but I want to get one of those like the I almost said cameras, calendars that like the like electric calendars that like you hang up, like literally like it's like a picture, you know? And I feel like your like phone and stuff syncs to it.
I've seen those.
But then my problem is like, okay, if it doesn't work, obviously like that was like a decent amount of money for it to like not work, because I feel like a bunch of like influencers like got it.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard any of them like I don't feel like it's like I've seen it a part of like routines and everything since then. So then I'm like, is anyone using them? First of all.
Right.
And second of all, if it does work, I'm going to want one in every room.
That's how I am with those big echoes.
Yeah, but like imagine like how good one of those calendars would be for like our office. Like if it worked.
Yeah, we should get one.
And so then I'm like I feel like it's like I need one in my house, I need one in our office, like we need one here. Like, you know what I mean? Like now I'm like feel like I'm gonna need one like in every like location. Right. So it's a thought process and a decision right now. Oh. But I'm gonna place my Sephora order tomorrow just in time for the sale to be gone. I mean, the sale was gone today, but
yeah, what the heck?
You know, it was really like a hard knock life, but
well, that's okay. I was just thinking about that. No.
Did you get your order? Oh yeah, because you already lost it. Well, not all of it, but
no, sadly.
What did you get again? Like what are all the things that you got?
Oh shit. Too much stuff. I have no idea.
Honestly, that's how my cart is right now.
Because like I went to go pick up the order and somehow within like 5 minutes of them closing, I got like a whole nother bag.
That's right. I remember.
Of like more shit. So like in total, I spent like 300.
And my cart right now is way more than that.
But you have the light though.
I know. And you know, it's funny because like we've talked about this, but like we both have like we have like anti-buyer's remorse.
No, I have no regrets.
Like if anything, I'm like, why did I not buy that?
It's kind of like ridiculous. Like I like have to spend money. Like,
I know.
Just like last night, I was here by myself. I was like, I'm gonna go see if I can find like a TV console, you know? Because like I'm like I don't like if I hang my TV, like I hate like the wires like hanging down from it. So I was like, what if I just like get a console and then I can also like store stuff?
Oh yeah, because we talked about storing our like equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also have a ton of books.
Books?
Yeah, that whole box right there.
Okay, Scholar.
Yeah, it's full of books.
When's the last time you read them?
Well, book club. Yeah.
I forgot, but you actually did read that book.
Yeah, it's just been like, because I used to read like a new book like at least 2 a week. Like it was insane.
But like
I was a reader. Yeah.
I mean, I've always been like a reader, but like not like recently in my life in the last few years, like it's just been audiobooks because I feel like I don't have like
the time to like sit down.
Which is not fair because when I do sit down and whatever, I'm either watching a show or scrolling. So it's not really fair for me to say I don't have, but like I'm like now everything has like screwed me up so much that like if I'm reading, I feel like there's not enough things going on. Like I can't like just sit down and
I feel like I have too much stuff and I can't relax to like sit down and like read a book, you know? But I used to read like I used to finish a book in a day, you know? Like I don't know how I made the time for it, but I did it. Now I am like in a slump. I'm in a book slump, but I'm trying to get back.
We need suggestions.
Yeah, well,
you should. I'm telling you, this book that I'm reading.
What is it called?
It's called. Me doesn't even. A Stranger, the Strangers, like something Strangers, and then it's
but
like
it's more like documentary, right?
Memoir. It's a memoir, but it's like honestly, it's almost like you wouldn't even necessarily know because it's like a person. Okay, like I'm obsessed with like celebrity memoirs.
Yeah. I see, like, I'm not so much.
But see, I was like, didn't think I was gonna like this one because I'm like, I don't know who this is. So am I gonna like it? You know, like the whole point I feel like of like listening to a celebrity memoir is because you like know them as much as you can know them. So then it's like, oh, I'm interested in like hearing about their story and their life and like whatever. Whereas like this, I was like, well, I don't know her. So I feel like it's going to read like a book, like a fiction book or something. And like, I don't think you would be able to tell. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's honestly like I feel like I started it yesterday and I'm almost done. And I usually like to save my audiobooks and podcasts for like only when I'm driving so that I like always have something to like listen to. And this one I've like listened, like even at work yesterday I was listening. And normally I wouldn't like do that because I'm like, don't want to get it done so quick. And it's like that good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm like such like a true crime. Like that's like me, you know? So true crime or just like crime, mystery, thriller.
You're like just like murder.
Just like death. And like then I can like also get down with like romance. You know?
Yeah, so this book's like the antithesis of romance.
But then I can also like it just depends.
I mean, it's like a lot of like I feel like this like really has you like kind of like on the edge of like your seat type of thing of like where is this like, and I do think that there is a level of like the fact that it is real is kind of like crazy when you're thinking about it. Also the fact that like they are like wealthy, so like her COVID was just like casually like in Martha's Vineyard, back to Manhattan, then to the Hamptons, back to I'm like
I stayed in like my living room.
I still had to work. My boss did not even. She was like
I was
the type.
in school.
See,
I was in middle school.
well, I would. Okay, well, I was graduated college for many years. I think I was like 25, 26.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like 5 years ago?
Well, it was March of 2020, so it was 6 years ago.
2020. I'm so bad with like dates.
Yeah, so I was 25,
yeah, I was
and then I like
school.
would have been like
Yeah.
turning 26.
Yeah, but anyways.
See, I lived in Arizona, and they like really like didn't give a shit about any of the rules. So like I feel like a lot of like people listened because they were scared, but then there was like very much the people that were like, I don't care. And like because I feel like so many like businesses and stuff were still open that like in other states wouldn't have been, like this bitch was just making me like fully like it was very much not like I did not have like the experience of like being at home and like all of that like other people did. If anything, I feel like I was doing more.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, well, then I went to go get a TV console. Oh my god.
Where'd you go?
So I went to Home Depot.
Oh, okay.
Because I like found a really cute one online and it like wasn't really expensive, you know? So I was like, oh my god, this is like
they didn't have it
perfect.
In stock.
They don't even carry it. Like it's like online only, which is like, you know. But I like asked the guy, I'm like, do y'all sell like I'm like I saw it online, but I don't know if it's like in store type of thing. And I'm like, do you have the TV consoles? And he was like, yeah. And so I get excited and he's like walking. He's like, you mean like a mount? And I was like, no, I mean like the table it sits console. On, you know? And I'm like a, that's literally my reaction. I was like a console? Like, you know, like I'm like, hello?
Like,
and he's
furniture?
Like, no. And he was like, if you go to the furniture store next door, they'll probably have one. I was like, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm like, I have been looking. So I like, and so I was like, okay,
did you pull it up on your phone?
Well, I said, okay, thanks. And I was like, you know what? And I'm like, well, this isn't what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not like dumb. Yeah. You know? Like, obviously.
You're like I don't know what a fire alarm looks like, but I do know that I saw this TV. I was laughing.
Well, because the guy was like, is it a smoke alarm? And I was like, yes. And then I look up and I'm like, no. And then he's like, then what is that? I'm like, let me ask. Because I was like, honestly, like I know you should probably know, but I don't.
No, honestly, I feel like I didn't know either. Yeah. So it was just like funny.
Oswaldo. Well, let me finish this. And then so I'm like, no, like this. And he's like, and like he like is like, you know, like doing my phone, but his hand is like and he's like, so I'm standing there for like 10 minutes.
You don't have a manhandle.
No, I'm like, do you need me to like press a button? Like, can we like get this going? So I'm standing there for 10 minutes as he's like trying to navigate through my phone. It doesn't help that it's like shattered. And then he's like, all for him to tell me that
online only.
It's online only. So I'm like,
I know, not the pixelated.
I'm like, what is this? But so I sit in my car for like 10 minutes trying to find one that I can get same day because I'm so impatient. I don't want to order one.
I completely understand.
So I'm like, damn. So I'm looking at all these places. They don't have shit. So I go to Target. So I'm driving. I'm like, let me just see where I can go. So I found myself at Target per usual. And
that was about to be my next question.
Yeah. And so I decided to like, you know, do some grocery shopping. I really didn't even get anything, but I spent $100, which is fine. And then I really wanted to make those like bowls. Like, I really wanted to. Like they were so like good in my mind. And I like get in the car.
It's like the first rule of adulthood. Yeah. If you're going grocery shopping, especially around dinner time, like you can't actually cook when you get home. You literally have to pick up food on the way home.
Yeah. So I went straight to Taco Bell. It was delicious.
See, and that's even better. Like at least when you like do make that decision and then go, like when it's delicious, you're like,
I ate every bite. But the sad thing was, it was like a little bit cold because so I drove home, which I was in the other location, so like not the one like right next to us. So I drove just like 15 minutes. And then I forgot my cart because I used it. So I had to come. So I tried, because I had a box in my trunk. So I was like, I'm going to try to load up all of these groceries in this box and then carry it upstairs. I loaded everything up. It was like so heavy.
Like it's like your weight or more. So now you're like,
no. So, and I'm like, could I like really do this if I tried? I'm like, yes, but like, let me go get my cart. So then I go get my cart, and then I go back to the garage, load everything up, and like, of course, I had to film a haul that I deleted.
Of course.
And then put up my groceries, clean up a little bit, finally settle down, pick a show, which always takes me like so long. And then finally eat my food.
Even though
good,
we could have turned on Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
What'd you end up watching? That. Okay, at least it was on the thought process.
Well, because it was like in my like, what did I end up watching? Oh my god, I ended up watching this stupid movie. Because you know when you want to put something on.
Wait, what was it?
Okay, no, hold on. You know when you want to put something on
yes.
and you like don't want to think about it,
yes.
or like if you fall asleep,
yes.
like you can miss it.
Yes.
Like that's what I wanted, because I know if I put on like Schitt's Creek or like anything else I was watching, I'm like, I'm gonna have to talk to Victoria about it. Like
it's
this
like
and that.
Like
I'm like, I don't want to like miss anything.
And honestly, I think it is not talked about enough how annoying it is to fall asleep to a show that you don't like, you actually want to watch, and then having to figure out the next day where like, I will like not come back to a show for weeks after that, because I'm like, once I realize, I'm like, I don't know where I was, the burden to do it, it's too much. So I understand.
And like, I always like get the fast forward buttons like mixed up. I feel like I'm like, then I like click and it's like slow, and then I like click again and it's like too fast, and I'm like, whoa. And
like I also don't know how to work a remote.
Yeah, so. Like it just like adds on to the stress.
Yeah.
I'm like, just fuck the idea all around.
I'm like, back in my day, we used to have multiple remotes for one TV.
Well, we still do.
You didn't know which one went to what. You didn't know which one did what. It's like
that's how my mom's is.
Yeah, where it's like this one like only works for like the power and the volume. This one works to change the channel. This one you don't really know, but it's there. And like on the off chance that like these two don't work, for some reason this like magically starts to work. But if these two are working, it doesn't work. Yeah.
That's exactly how my mom's is.
Oh yeah.
Because she has like this, but she's got like, I think the older version, and I don't know what it is, but like doesn't work that well. And then she's got like the big, like, you know, like traditional one. I guess I don't know. I feel like that comes with the cable. I don't know, but then she's got that, and then we've got another one that's like flat. It's just like it's like too much.
Okay,
so then what was I saying?
The movie.
Oh. He's All That with Addison Rae.
Yeah.
Which I've watched it before.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
and the brief like thing of Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah.
No, honestly though, I kind of liked those like movies that were coming out at that time.
No,
like,
yeah, me too.
Like, did you watch like Do Revenge or because I love that movie. Camila Mendes. Like,
I actually think that was good.
No,
I love her too.
Yeah, I love her. And Look Both Ways. Was it Look Both Ways or
with Lily?
Yes, Reinhardt. Yeah. Those like I feel like those all kind of came out at like the same time.
Yeah. No, and like don't get me wrong, like I love those movies. It's just like rewatching them, I'm like, this is cringe.
No, I get it.
They're still like, I watched the whole thing and then I fell asleep at the end. But I'm like, okay, that was like a good like pick at the time, you know. Anyways,
well, I watched Roommates, that one on Netflix.
See, but that's like scary, right?
No.
Oh
no, but it's like
it's with Sadie Sandler.
Oh, that's what her. I knew. I was like, why does she look so familiar? Honestly, it's kind of like, to me, like one of those like movies, but also like completely different.
And I love scary movie.
No, it's not a scary movie. It's
I know, but
zero scary. But to me, okay, it's kind of like one of those like you know how you could say though, like that movie or like Do Revenge or Look Both Ways or whatever, like they're good, but like you could like technically put them into like the cheesy category also, but like they're still good.
No, yeah.
This one, it's like also was a part of that category, but also I didn't predict like what kept happening.
Oh.
Which like it was kind of weird
And
to have
I actually
a movie.
love that.
Yeah,
because
was,
okay, I hate and love predicting because I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, okay, this is gonna happen, but like,
Yeah.
okay, it's still cute, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, or like, still like, but sometimes just kind of comforting.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this one was like
That's
good, cheesy, but also like weirdly unpredictable. So
that's good. Yeah,
I liked
and I
it.
really wanted to watch like see like I love true crime, but I'm also like still easing into like the fact that I'm like living on my own.
Totally get it.
So I'm like
1000% get that.
no. Like if Layton was here, different story, I'd be like, let's put it on. And he would have been like, fuck no. And I'd be like, no, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You know? But like me, I'm just like
have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Oh fuck no.
Horrible.
I hope never.
Horrible.
You actually get that?
No, it's horrible. Okay, so like in Arizona, like especially towards the end of us being there, I was getting it like a lot. It's
like concerning.
No, it really was. And then I don't think I think I maybe got it here like one time, but it almost like I don't think I got it here. Like it was like in the place we like very first lived at when we moved to Texas, you know? Yeah. But it is like it's literally the craziest thing ever. Like I have like the first few times I had it, like I saw, even though like my eyes are like closed, you know, but it's like I saw like figures. The first time I got it, literally the figure like came because Chris like he works different hours than me.
Maybe I have had sleep paralysis.
Okay, so I had like where it's like a figure came in, it like came around and it literally sat on me. And like I'm like with the sleep paralysis, it's like I'm like aware, but you literally can't do anything. You can't move, you can't speak, you can't wake up, like you can't like you're just like it's like I'm like aware.
Your eyes open?
No, mine weren't. But I feel like I can see it as clearly as like my eyes being open, like watching it. But I'm literally like just like stuck, and it's like I'm trying to like talk, I'm trying to move, and like I literally can't. And then like that was my first time ever having it. It was terrifying. I don't know how long it lasted, but it felt like forever. And you're just like almost like your inner body is like struggling to like get your actual physical body to like wake up, but then you like can't. Right. And then all of a sudden you just like snap out of it. But and like I told Chris about it and that how like the figure like sat on me and he died laughing. He's like, it sat on you? I'm like, did you not hear the rest? Like the only part of the story that I just told you that he heard was that a figure came in and sat on me. See, like my thing. Oh my
god. So like when I lived like in my old like town, I'm acting like it's like a but when I lived in my very like residential like family friendly town, my mom, like when we lived in our house, like okay, well that didn't really help at all either.
No, I know what you're talking about.
But she like had these pajamas like that she went through like a phase of wearing, and they were from Victoria's Secret, but they were like pink like plaid pajamas.
Yeah.
And Slay. Like I love them. But like she would walk by, so we had like the way like my house was set up is like we had like kitchen, living room, and then like foyer area. And then when you walk down like this like the foyer hallway to the living room, and then you got like your backyard. But you walk down this hall, there's a bathroom, and then there's my room. I loved my room, but I hated the fact that it was the first one in the hallway. And then in the corner you have my siblings' room, and then you have my brother's room, and then you have my parents' room. So
you're the first to be murdered when
exactly. Breaks in and, So one night, I don't know if it was like a phase, like I was like this was happening, whatever. But I see like someone, okay, I'm like getting chills, like dash past But my mom also, like, she has like big glasses she wears, and at the time, like, her hair was like short, which is still like stays like short, but like at this time, like, it was like predominant, like, she's got like, like, and
This was like a bob or something.
Not like a bob, like a longer, like, I just feel like you could tell like the hair was like shorter, like her hair. So like see her and she like looks in and then like walks super fast away. And I was like, Mom, and I get up and I walk my happy ass to her room and I'm like, asleep. Mom, and she's dead asleep. Dead asleep. I literally have chills right now because it was the freakiest thing.
What if it was like a like weird like timeline like merge, like all of a sudden she like so her weird. In a different time, like
no, it was fucking like, weird.
You haven't seen Harry Potter?
No, but then like the next morning I'm like, okay, that's weird, so I'm like going to sleep. I don't know how I fell asleep after that because like it was freaky. And then I tell her, I'm like, Mom, like, how did you go to sleep so fast? Because I'm still like young, you know. So I'm like, Mom, like, how did you like?
And she's like, what are you talking
about? I'm like, you literally like came by my room and then like you're like fast asleep. And then she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, last night you literally like came by my room, looked in, and then walked off. And she's like, Eva, I never was up last night. And I'm like, are you serious? So like then we like came to this whole like realization. I'm like, I don't know what I saw. Then because I was scared of that, they had this like huge chair that they got from, I think it was like Crate & Barrel or some shit. But it was like huge. Like it could fit like my whole body, like me like laying down a little scrunched up. Like I slept on that chair.
So not that big. No, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, I guess. Take that if you want it. But and it had this like huge pillow, so when you took that off it was like even bigger. So anyways, I slept on this chair because I was so terrified, but it didn't really help because like my parents' room had like had a door to the backyard because like two doors. So like that was like not like a good like thing.
So it's like you could get murdered first or they could get murdered first, and then what are you gonna do? Because then they're murdered first. Yeah.
So like there's either way, like I can't sleep.
There's levels.
Like
So like either way, like you're dying or
or like I'm watching something happen. Like either way, it's just not gonna end well. But I sleep in their room because I'm like, I'm too scared. Like that was freaky. Sleep in their room. I wake up. There's like green glowing birds circling around the chair.
This is just like,
and I was like
perpetuating my fear of birds.
Like this, and then they were gone. And then another night, like I'm not even kidding, a white butterfly, like because my mom had like her dresser and then like a circle mirror. It was like flying like this in front of like, so I could see the reflection in the mirror, but I could also see like in the room again. I'm like, and it's like gone. I'm like, okay, this is like, I don't know, because after that I didn't see any other like things, like weird like visions or anything like that. But I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, did this house was like haunted for like a minute or something?
Oh yeah, see that always like.
Well, and my mom, she grew up in New Mexico,
so
well, like she's from New Mexico, but she like her neighbor was possessed, so like she would like find her like on their fucking roof and shit. Like it was like weird. Like she like actually like experienced like the real like thing,
Oh hell no.
Yeah, it was like, it was bad.
It's kind of like, it reminds me, because you actually have seen this episode, whether you remember it or not, I don't know, but like the first episodes of like Schitt's Creek where David and Alexis are picking their beds, and then like they whatever, and they're like, no, I need this bed because like if a murderer like comes in, they're gonna like go for this bed first, and she's like, so they're gonna like murder me, and then they're just yelling like, you get murdered first, no, you get murdered first, and I'm like, that is like the epitome of siblings, first of all.
Yeah.
But I remember, to just wrap this up before our next one. One time. Oh, hello.
But I also have to tell you also.
Oh yeah. Well, this is like super quick, but like I remember one time we were like at my grandma's, and like we had like the blankets, like it was me and my stepsister because we were like sharing that room. And I remember I like went like this with like the blanket, and it was like it like was like zzz, like it was like doing like whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, we kept like doing it. We were like, this is crazy, this is whatever. I remember I like went like, and I honestly, I was not the kid that would like wake, like I did not wake my parents up like if it was like I mean seriously.
Could not relate.
See, and it was not me, but I was like actually at this point in time, like I was so like scared by whatever this was. And so we go wake up my mom and my stepdad, we bring them in, we're like, turn off the lights, we like start doing it, we're like, what is it? And they're like, so it's like static electricity, not that like, you know.
So like the one thing you like woke them up on.
Yeah, I'm like no, actually, you know what's crazy? This is the second time that I woke them up, and then I never woke them up again. My stepsister and I shared a room and a bed when they would come over, but they were over like once a week and then every other weekend. And I am telling you, like the universe woke me up because I never like woke up in the middle of the night. And at that, I like woke up and I was like, I kind of want water. And I had water, like for whatever reason, I had gotten water and like put it like, cause the way our like setup was, I was like against the wall. And so I had to like awkward, anyway, it wasn't like convenient. And I woke up and I was like, you know how sometimes you'll wake up and you're like, I want water, but I want sleep more. So like,
right.
I can be dehydrated. And I was in like elementary school, but I woke up, I'm like, I kind of want water. I'm like, it's such a far climb to the end of the bed. Like, do I really? And then I'm like, yeah, let me just get some. I freaking get up. I crawl to the end of the bed. My stepsister wakes up, turns to my side, projectile vomits all where like I would have been laying. Okay. So I'm like, and then she just projectile. I mean, we were like in elementary school, but like she like projectile vomits and then like lays back down. I'm like, so I go. I'm like, wake up my like try to wake him up, and I like basically like my stepdad's right there, so I'm like waking him up. He's like, tell your mom. I'm like, it's your kid. Hello. So then I go like to tell my mom. She's like, okay, I'm getting up. I'm like, okay. I feel at this point, and I'm like, again, probably like second grade. I feel at this point, even though I was not there, like I feel like I need a shower.
Yeah.
So I get my happy ass in the shower at 2 a.m, little second grader. And then I go and I sleep in like our, like at this point, like the family room wasn't like even, like there wasn't even a couch out there at this point. So I just sleep on like the hard carpet, like whatever. Then she proceeds to come out and like then lay next to me, and I'm like, ho, you are the reason for this predicament, like hello. And then they come up the next morning and they're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I woke you up. She vomited. And then she proceeds to come out here, like has the audacity to like not sleep in the vomit soaked bed that she created and whatever. And they're just like, why didn't you wake us up? So I never woke him up ever again. I digress. Oswaldo.
So this is like short story. So I'm like already calling Oswaldo at like 9 in the spanking morning because
not the spanking morning.
And then like the way like
it's like a perfectly reasonable hour. You're like the wee hours of the early morning.
No, it's too early. Okay.
You are going to hear about the yawning after this. Remember the last time you yawned through an episode?
It's like I told Victoria I wasn't gonna make it, and she's like, "We're gonna make it. This is what you get."
I'm like, "We're gonna rally."
So, Oswaldo, I'm already like blowing up his phone.
That's gonna be the title of this episode: Rally. Okay, keep going.
So like, I can already tell like Oswaldo like. He hates me. No, I'm just kidding. But like I call him for everything. Like I'm like,
I mean, in all fairness, I tell you to also like with things.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I text him. I'm like, is 10:43 like available to be showered? No answer. I like even added him. You know, so I was like, okay. So I go on the whole tour, and I'm like, maybe I'll get an answer. No answer. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna call him. I'm like, I hate calling him because I'm just like, oh, like he sees my name like pop up like a billion times a day, you know?
He sees mine more if it makes you feel any better.
So I call him. and it went straight to voicemail. So I was like, okay, so maybe I don't have connection.
You're like, okay, so I'm blocked.
So I call him again. It rings a little bit, straight to voicemail.
Well, he doesn't get good service at some parts of the building.
And then I get a text.
He's like, stop calling me.
I'll call you back later, period. And like, for me, as me, and like, I feel like, I don't know if it's like my age too, but I'm just like,
oh no, I'd be like, okay, so you hate me. Yeah.
So I'm like talking with my tour.
My mom will literally text me if she's texting and it gives a period automatically, and then she'll text me back and she'll be like, I didn't mean the period.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
okay.
So you hate me.
Yeah, because I was like with this tour and I'm like talking to him while I'm like calling Oswaldo, and then I like see a text and I'm like I'm like a lost for words. And
you're like, sorry, I have to go jump off a cliff now because
I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, so still don't know if this unit is ready to be shown. I have like, someone waiting right here.
You're like, I'm so sorry. I just got fired.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I need to leave you here.
Someone told me to like kill myself.
Like, I'm gonna jump off my balcony.
No,
can I take care of my dog?
So and then I'm like, okay, well, he said he's gonna call me back, and we're like awkwardly like waiting in the model, and I'm like, please call me, because this guy's also like pulling questions like out of his ass and I don't know the answer to, and I'm like, please call me. And like as he's like in the midst of like asking another one, he calls me. I'm like, hi.
You're like, this is him.
And I'm like, I also text him back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought you had bad connection. I thought I had bad connection. And then I'm like spamming emojis. And he calls me and I'm like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I thought like someone didn't have connection and my calls weren't going through. Like, I'm sorry. Like, can you never use a period again?
And like, what do we need to do to rectify this moving forward?
And then he's like, oh, I didn't even see that text. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. He's like, oh, I didn't even see you called. I was like, okay, it's like I guess the first one.
You know what we should do for, you know what's a good real idea? I feel like, no, freaking properties take our idea. What if we did like, well, did you ever watch Kim Possible?
No.
Okay, but you know the song,
but I do
like,
watch it.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me?
No.
Well, she would like, you know, save the day, and so it was always like her ringtone was like
Oswaldo.
Yeah, and her ringtone was always like dun 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 dun. And it would be kind of funny if like we did a reel where it's like us like calling, and then we like flip to him, and his phone's like dun 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 dun, and like
that's cute.
But then it'd be kind of funny if we did it where it's like at one point he's like, "I'll call you later,"
like, and then we're like,
yeah. Well,
not okay. Planning. Anyways,
well, I am so happy because I'm about to change, and then I'm gonna make Ava last for another podcast episode, and then we will go from there. If it makes you feel any better, I still have to edit for tomorrow. So
yeah, and I'm going to bed. So yeah, that does make me feel better.
Okay. Thanks. So we will see you on the next one. And okay, bye.
Bye.